pronounced bolognese, is what I just learned. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Here Be Dragons. Also, it's mirepoix, not mirepoix.
All your pressing questions answered.
E is just like you just breeze right past it.
Well, the French hate to say a second E.
The mirepoix. It's like it's what a meerkat. It's a French paw on a meerkat. It's mirepoix. Hi everybody. My name's Philip. I'm the Dragon Master, and I'm surrounded by dragons.
Very specific.
Where I was.
Mnemonic.
Yeah, that's just how I'll remember it. A meerkat's paw, but it's mirepoix. I don't know. Roar hello. Oh, you're not even dragons. Say, death to dragons, players.
Death to
dragons.
dragons.
Death to dragons.
Death to dragons.
Dragons are dumb.
Yeah, there we go. So
fuck them dragons.
Hi everyone. We're just here. It's our Sunday night ritual of we talk and then we forget to go live and then we go live. But I still wanted to talk about what we were talking about. So what's going on in this game? A lot is the answer. Our dragons are in the back seat off. That was interestingly our last session is notable because I think it's one of the first sessions, aside from Blood from a Stone where things get weird, where none of the primary characters appeared.
Oh sure.
We just like boom, they were all gone.
I sort of resent that. We are definitely the primary characters of our story.
That's true.
You
are the original player characters as far as you all knew. So yeah,
we are the characters of this campaign.
So basically, last week we were treated with a shift in perspective. Our heroic dragons, in an effort to escape the domain of dread, used their wish. Something I was not expecting anyone to do, but oh boy, was I excited about this.
Very smart idea.
To bring the villainous invaders who had conquered their world here to the dreadland called High Delcat, where the dragons are basically hoping they will kill the pharaoh, maybe become the new dreadlord, maybe a few of them die anyway, can't get out, etc., etc. Just general good plans is the idea here. So our dragons are waiting near the mist. They're there with the green scourge. So I don't know, things could be weird there. But they've got so much stuff. They can run through the mist with all their treasure that they're like loaded up with. And they're hauling a sled made out of a scorpion body. And as soon as they get out, they can activate that amulet of the plains they got, and hopefully just get out of here. But we have shifted our perspective to the conquerors of Wyrmloth, the Grim Hunt, as their sort of organization is known. An organization which, though they are like the 5 primary people, probably predated them. Basically, all the bipeds, or as they're called outside of Wyrmloth, the humanoids, who were sick of dragons consuming whole plains, and decided to try to put a stop to it at the source from this one draconic plane where these ravenous, this unrelenting, unavoidably avaricious dragons come from. So, our heroes summoned the villains. The villains, as it turns out, though they have done a good job of conquering kind of like, it's, to put it in world context, they basically, they came to Rome, and they dominated like Rome and like Southern Europe, but the rest of the world is kind of more successfully hiding from them. So they have, though they've dealt a huge blow to Wyrmloth, they have not eliminated like all the dragons by any means.
Yeah, we're just hanging out in Wyrmloth, eating our bolognese that we've now acquired.
They're
from the area we've conquered.
Bolognese?
Well, that depends, because in Byzantine they pronounce it bolognese. You know what? Actually, this explains. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I'm thinking of it differently, because a lot in the South, a lot of people do put mayonnaise in a pasta sauce. So that explains it.
No, they don't. No, that's disgusting. Don't even say it.
Okay. I hate mayonnaise more than anything else, so I'm...
In the old country, we put sour cream in spaghetti.
My grandfather would do that, yeah.
That's like...
But we put sour cream in everything anyway,
sour cream
so...
in everything.
Yep.
In the paprikash.
Yum yum.
Paprikash, get a goulash going. So, upon arrival here in High Delcat, the members of the Grim Hunt, with a good number of their retinue, arrived prepared to sort of... Oh, also they were then transformed into Dragonborn, because that's what happens here. Anyone who comes, this horrible Dreadlord turns you to Dragonborn, but at least they're not dragons. They then got into an argument with some priest, killed the priest, were attacked by some dragons. mummy dragons who rotted them. Tally had to spend a lot of spell slots already. Most of their retinue is basically gone already, which is a bummer, including Baab, who so Baab is now dead, and so is your flying carpet has been torn to shreds. It's bad news. But Xanther managed to teleport everyone just across sort of the entire city to a tall sort of palace-like structure about a mile away. The group they couldn't teleport into it, but they sort of managed to, they all have flying stuff. They're here to fight dragons. They got up, they went into a little kind of inside a balcony. They healed, they regrouped. They decided, they smelled incense and did not investigate. They decided to go to the center sort of pillar of the three pieces of this tower here. There's like 3 towers over this. The center of one looks like a perch for a large dragon. They're familiar with such stuff, having been in Wyrmloth and sort of seeing the way they build this, where like the grand bombs and tias would sit on these little perch things. So, preparing to head that way, they then realized that there are some mummy dragons flying towards them with scraps of Baab's robe and flying carpets in one of their mouths.
Yeah, poor robe. I mean, poor carpet.
It does appear that they determined where they went by the presence of a giant fly outside of this palace that was sort of still hovering out there. Yes, Liana.
I was just wondering that these dragons came out of the ground.
Those dragons did come out of the ground. That is accurate.
So, do we have any reason to think that the big dragon, the boss dragon, would be inside the tower, instead of being somewhere subterranean also? And is there any sight of a giant thing that could open on the ground to let the dragon out?
You can definitely look around for that. From this position, you are sort of looking out of the front of the sort of palace, looking at like a grand, like a promenade, I guess you'd call it, that like leads here, and there's all sorts of, like, it's like this is where there's a little bit of liquid and kind of an oasis. Though everything is completely gilded, it's all gold, kind of bright and shiny. There's many palm trees and such things as well. So you definitely can look around if you go out of this. I'll say that you really didn't have a chance to scope this area earlier because you did teleport like directly up against the wall. So you kind of haven't gotten like an overhead view of this palace yet, but you know you are at like the front of it facing this area.
So perception, right?
Well, yes, I mean, you can certainly get into that. We're not where we're
Because I just rolled.
Oh, well, we're not, we haven't quite jumped into it yet.
Okay.
But yes, if answer to your question, they are not, you don't know, but those dragons did come from below over in that area.
So it would probably be a reasonable thing to assume that maybe the big dragon, if the pharaoh is a dragon, I assume he's a dragon, that he had to be a dragon, right? Do we know that he is a dragon or not?
The 5 of you don't know anything.
Born.
Yeah.
But we don't know.
But if there are more dragons, wouldn't they be underground?
Based on the only dragons you've encountered thus far in the past like 3 minutes of being in this place, they came from underground.
Well,
so,
look,
and it's not like the dragons could squeeze out of these little windows, so.
Yes, certainly you don't think dragons are there's no dragons in this room, certainly. This is a room sized for humanoids.
One thing I remember from the last time we were talking about this is I had a look at the structures outside, and it seemed like there's one structure up at the top that was made for a dragon entrance and exit.
It was a perch for a dragon.
That's not an
that's what you guys wanted to head to. But I think the idea that there might be an exit or entrance or something for a perch for a dragon, that certainly might be a logical place for such a thing. I'll tell you what. Let's just go ahead and get started. We sort of leave you off with you guys having, you have like all rushed to the door. They are not immediately upon you with your sharp eyes and ears. You heard them flapping in the distance. So there's I mean they move pretty quick, but those mummy dragons are not here immediately. It's like you have time to sort of we'll take a moment and then we'll jump into initiative. But with them sort of bearing down on you, you guys are in this. You decided, you were discussing would you go up or down. You decided, yeah, Red was like, he thinks the center pillar, center tower seems the most prominent, most draconic. The others seem like not as a thing. So at this moment, this is where we left off. And this is where we'll be picking up just as soon as I read the invocation. And I would do anything for love. I'd run right into hell and back. I would do anything for love. I'll never lie to you, and that's a fact. But I'll never forget the way you feel right now. Oh no, no way. And I would do anything for love. Oh, I would do anything for love. I would do anything for love. But I won't do that. No, I won't do that. I would just like to point out on that invocation for everyone who like makes the joke about that song. Oh yeah, but like what wouldn't you do for love? It literally just told you.
He just explained it. Right?
Just explained it. You are going to be told numerous things over the course of that 13-minute opus. What he will not do for love. The first one is never forget the way you feel right now. In the name of love, would you forget the way I feel right now? I won't do that. That's the idea. So
yeah, I mean, the joke is that there's a lot of things he wouldn't do. Love. So he wouldn't do anything for love. There's 13 minutes worth of stuff he would not do for love.
He'll never see that it's time to move on. Never stop dreaming of her every night of his life. Okay, so the point is, at this time, if people do want to make sort of perceptions, and I will say though, Leanna, from where you are, kind of on this balcony, where you can't see where you're looking. You guys would have to like fly out a bit to look for what you're looking for, unless I'm misunderstanding what you want to look for. With your passive perception, you don't see any giant like gates on the ground from which dragons could fly out.
I believe our current trajectory to basically start flying toward that person when we be like.
And then we do that. Then we fly there, and then these two dragons come up and they start necrotizing us again. I mean, is that the plan?
The idea here is certainly that you guys can very easily fly over to that thing, but there are going to be two dragons on you. I mean,
yes, it won't be any. It would be no different than when we were in Wyrmloth. They surprised us last time. Now we're aware of them, so now we kill them and move on, like we've done dozens of times before.
Makes total sense.
Then why didn't we do it out there?
Well, because
and it wasn't working out too well out there either. So
they breathed on us twice and then ran away, chasing off after your lieutenant on your magic carpet.
The dragons are closer at this point.
But is our plan to go to the perch where we think the emperor might be?
I believe that is.
That's what I fucking want to do. Yeah.
I'm gonna start walking towards these dragons if you guys don't make up your minds.
Well,
let's go to this perch. I mean, let's not worry about these stupid dragons. I mean, we kind of have to worry about them, but like not really worry, you know?
So
I do not like us all being all bunched up together again to be.
Well, we're gonna have to fly to get to where we're going, so we can spread out.
Some of us cannot fly anymore.
Well, I have space on my fly.
Okay.
My fly still has possibly multiple of you if you're a small like Xanther. Could also squeeze onto the fly, but Xanther is very capable of flying.
I have winged boots, but I'm looking for my description. Mm-hmm. Can I carry anybody with my winged boots?
It's based really on your strength, which means I'm comfortable with you carrying. You can carry one person, no problem. Two people, it's going to more be an issue of spacing and holding, but you can easily, one person can jump on your back, no problem.
Who wants an back ride?
Should we do an aerial attack against these two dragons then?
Well, quick question, Mr. DM, if you can remind us, how far away are the towers from each other?
The towers are not far apart. The towers are probably like 50 feet. You know, they're like three towers. You know, separated by. I mean, like the towers themselves are big, but there's not a huge distance between these three towers. This is a palace that has three towers rising up from it, so it's all part of the same structure.
So depending on where these dragons are, it's conceivable that we could get there before they could get on us.
And then we all all at one spot and do what?
And go inside.
Is there a way inside?
Yeah.
Do you know that there is a way inside?
Well, it looked like a perch for a dragon, so I mean, since there was a
And
door,
that means that there is a door. Is there a door big enough for a dragon to come out of?
well,
Like
look,
a
I mean,
landing
we can
bed.
negative Nelly the whole thing if we want to, and just say it's not there's going to be no way in this thing. But it seems to me like there's a chance that there's a door on this one for human-sized people that can't even fly naturally. It seems like it's more reasonable that there would be one on the dragon-sized place.
Well, those two dragons came out of the ground. Who says that other dragons cannot come out of the ground just the same way and
I
then
have a
just
very
flap up to the perch?
crude drawing for you guys. Imagine that this is like the three sort of towers you see, but they're cool obelisks and all gold. You guys are on said balcony, like right here, looking off the front, and this is like a big perch, kind of, 40 feet higher.
Yeah, but
that's what you saw of that tower in the distance.
we
and
see
then
a
you guys are,
perch, but
right up against that. Yeah.
where do you assume the dragon is coming out of to sit on the perch?
And right now, Liana, our concern, as I recall, is to find the pharaoh, because the pharaoh is who is in charge of this place and who will tell us why we are here, or let us go. Tell us how to get out of
let's
here so we can
find a
get back.
pharaoh, but how are you gonna find a pharaoh?
All
I
right.
don't want to be in one spot. All of us in one spot like we were
At this
previously.
point, I think that the you guys have been discussing stuff for a moment, and it's fine. Like, obviously, in-game, this is going faster, but the dragons are getting very close. Red, I would like for you, I don't know that this is going to be one of your major strengths, but, and if you want to pitch me a different thing, give me a history roll. And
History roll.
what I'm going from is, this is almost like a more recent history. This is you. I mean, I don't feel like this is really insight. What this is about is you have seen a lot of dragon buildings. You have seen a lot of structures for dragons. So from the glance at this perch that you saw, based on what similar perches or exterior places on fine dragon castles, I'm trying to let you make a roll to see if in your experience those would be near an exit or entrance for the dragon that could house a sizable dragon, or that could accommodate.
Got you.
Yeah.
Would that maybe that would be like survival, kind of in my experience of tracking them, understanding their patterns.
That's a bit of a stretch, because it really is this really is like an architectural analysis. But I know that you don't. I know that you're not terrible at. You have like a +1, whereas you're trying to trade a +1 for a +11. I get it.
You said offer something. That's
something.
What I got.
May I also make this check?
Okay. Tell you what. How about this? Yeah, Red. Xanther didn't see this. This is how it did win. But if you want to describe this to Xanther, then how about
Perfect.
both of
I'll
you
do
make,
that.
How about both of you make the check? Xanther.
Okay, excellent. And
I'm
it's a history check.
It's a history check. Xanther, I'm going to give you disadvantage on this, which for you just is a flat roll because of your foresight. Because you didn't see it yourself, so you're kind of having to
motherfucker.
You're having to go through Red's weird descriptions of things.
Could I be doing an investigation?
I'm
maybe?
gonna use one of my portents, and I'm gonna use my 11, so that'll be a 24.
I rolled
Fair
a natural
enough.
20.
And you rolled a nat 20?
Yeah.
So 21. Okay, great. So Xanther, upon Red saying this, Red and Liana, you can make the roll, but at this point, Red, in your experience in Wyrmloth, there typically will be in the primary center tower a large, like, duct or chute that you guys even sort of saw this in some of those, well, you didn't, just kidding. Your Dragonborn saw this in some of the pyramids where there were ways to fly up and out the top. Like, dragons typically do in, like, the main tower have a thing they can sort of come charging out of. And yes, this dragon probably, like, flies up from that and spreads wings.
Oh, and
the thing
he doesn't bonks his head on the perch from up below.
The perch is in front, so it's like there's a perch, and then behind that there's a large, like,
okay,
40-foot radius kind of thing. Typically, though, to keep out other dragons, these have like grates or like bars on them, and those are like raised or opened or force fields or whatever. Typically, bipeds who could fly could easily get through them. In Wyrmloth, they assume no bipeds can fly, so they're not.
Let's go
Yeah.
real quick, fast.
So both
Chop,
you and Xanther hearing as you explain this, you're like, it's like that. And Xanther, you could with a 23 certainly like, it is foreseen that I was remembering this today, and you also do.
It's just how fucking architecture works, okay, folks? Like, let's just use our noggins, all right?
All right.
Come on, Bun.
I don't
You
know,
with me?
I mean, my people live in trees, so I thought I understood it, but whatever.
Let's roll, Xanther.
All right, I'm gonna smack him on the booty, and then we're gonna go.
All right. So who's flying where?
Unnecessary.
So,
It's very nice.
Fiona, you can climb on the fly if you like.
No,
Okay.
It's
smack
so
you back
fluffy.
on the boot.
It's so fluffy.
You know I don't like that. Okay,
It's
like,
so cute. Okay, we'll wait. I'll wait till later.
how would you feel if I tapped your feet every time we, slap those hairy paws you got on your bottom there?
Oh, now we're talking.
Oh, boy.
Oh no.
Who is riding
Hello.
where? Iga can fly with her boots.
Okay.
Red, do you have a means of flight?
Apparently, I'm rolling with Xanther. He's flying me.
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant when I did that. Yeah.
Okay.
Who wants
Is that not what you meant?
That's what I meant.
No, I can roll.
No,
with
I cast fly on
Iga.
both of us. No, it's fine. No, I was actually, it was part of my somatic spell. It was exactly what needed to happen.
All right. So
Done.
So Red and Xanther can just fly. Tally has a flying. Fly,
The ebb and fly is still good. Yeah.
The fly is
Right,
there that can accommodate many people, and Iga can just fly.
It's a large size.
I think
so-
large
I think
size,
I'm the only one who still needs.
Yeah. So basically,
would-
do you
I
want to
could
be
go with
carried by
Tally.
an orc, or do you want to ride on the back of a fly?
The fly.
Okay.
But I would like to hop on backwards
Okay. Oh,
with
sure.
my bow ready, just
Sorry,
in case.
Do you think I'm an orc?
Right. You're not an orc. Sorry. You're not an orc.
That's hilarious. Like if I didn't know you, I'd
Yeah.
fucking kill
Oh,
you.
what are you?
Oh, wait. Is your name Orcbane or Orcabane?
Is it Orcabane?
Orcabane.
You
I
hate
hate
whales?
orcs and I hate orcas. Okay.
Did you think dragons are like flying whales?
to
The
be
only
fair,
thing
the
I
orc-
hate more than an
to be
orc
fair,
is Shamu.
Orcas,
They're
orcas
the
are
orcs of the sea.
Yeah, the orcs are the biggest dicks in the ocean. Orcas are.
Ah!
I'm not even gonna fucking rename myself. I don't
No,
give a shit.
Today you are the Orcabane.
You
Oh,
should.
okay. Mark my words. They have stats for a killer whale. I'm going to try to put one into the fight today.
Iga goes on those whale watching things, hoping she'll run into like a pod of orcas just ganging
Just-
up on a shark. So
just
she jump
give
into
me
the
a
wall,
reason.
jump into the water, start
Come
taking
at
them
me,
out.
boat. Come at me, boat.
That's great.
She's gonna
Okay,
name
cool.
her firstborn Ahab.
Oh boy, good times. All right, so you guys go out. Red and Xanther, the spell has been cast on you. The two of you may fly how you want. The dragons, as you guys kind of get out onto the balcony with Liana and Tally running to the giant fly, Iga sort of running, everybody running. We're gonna start initiative at this moment because this is like when like you're in their sights, they're in your sights. Pierce, would you roll a
Oh
roll
no.
a d6 for me?
Yeah, of course.
I think that's what
One.
I'm gonna do. Oh,
Yeah.
A 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not what this
Oh, son of a bitch. Of course. It's me, so it was the bad thing, guys. Whatever Philip wanted to have happen, happened.
Well, I mean, that's kind of true. This was about distance.
Oh, son of a...
So, as you guys get out there, let's go ahead and roll initiative as everybody's rushing out.
8.
8 for Ego Orc.
Oh,
That's right.
24.
God damn it. 17. And you have a plus 12 to initiative. That's a bad roll.
That is a rough
Yeah.
roll. I'm really sorry, Red.
Yeah.
Tali,
12.
12.
11.
Great.
Wait, where are they? Are they so close?
They
to our
are. We'll get to where they are in a moment. I will. It'll probably be Liana who hears it first, unless I just roll miraculously for. No, it will have to be Liana. They don't have amazing. Okay, and then 11 for Tali. Okay, great.
I thought Rangers got faster. No. Well, disappointing.
What will I roll for these friends? Oh, I know. Okay. Do you want them on the same initiative, or would you like me to split them up? It's always an interesting question. This really is me trying to do,
It's bad either way.
different schools.
Same's fine.
Same's fine?
Sure. Why
All
not?
right.
matter.
Same's fine.
I like. Yeah.
All right, so, Leanna, you run, hop, skip, jump out the balcony. You jump onto the giant fly who's sitting there. You are facing backwards on it, like waiting for Tally, who's kind of like a little bit behind you, to hop on. Leanna, these dragons are about 100 feet away.
Mm. 100 feet.
100 feet.
I want to. If I shouted, would they hear me?
Your friends?
No, the dragons.
Yes, you would assume. Even mummies. You know mums, they have good ears. I don't know. I don't have anything.
I want to shout at them and tell them, "Oh, our reinforcements are right behind you. They are coming." And I don't know. I just want to confuse them.
All right, fair enough. I will say the mindless mummy dragons are certainly a little confused by your effort, but they also are just ravenous.
I would like to persuade them to go somewhere else.
You can roll a persuasion if you want. I'll say that is there's really, you can make the roll. I don't think that's going to work, but you can certainly just
fine.
make the roll and see what kind of happens.
26.
A persuasion of 26, as you say, go somewhere else. Our reinforcements are behind you. What language do you say this in?
Draconic,
Okay.
obviously.
So you call out in Draconic to go somewhere else to do this. These like, the rapt faces of these beings seem a bit sort of perplexed or confused or just kind of like they're not really sure what it is they're seeing. They don't move off of their course, however.
Can I just shoot at one of them?
Sure, you can make an attack roll. I don't know that you will get sneak attack on this.
Probably not.
But because you literally just called attention to yourself. But you can.
But I rolled a nat 20.
Well, that's great.
Well, that'll do something.
What is that?
So what is your standard damage with this?
It is 1d6 plus 8.
Okay,
plus the 3d6 because it's for dragons.
Okay, perfect. So it's 1d6 plus 8. So
oh no.
So what I want you to do, since it's a 20, roll 4d6 and add it to 32 because you max out your dice. You are doubling the dice, but the first set is maxed. So roll 4d6 and add it to 32 because you're getting 24 from your 6d6s, and then you're getting the
Jesus
extra.
Christ.
Okay.
I rolled 3 1s and a 2.
Gotcha. So that's 5. Okay. So
Yes.
37. I mean, 37 for one shot without sneak attack is not bad. I'm gonna say that you hit Mummy Dragon 1 with those 37 points. Okay, great. You see the arrow sort of tear off a couple of pieces of. We'll even say you maybe shoot it you maybe pull a scrap of the fabric that it so rudely ate of your belongings out of its mouth just to kind of stop that shenanigans. They are still coming, but you have clipped one, and those 37 points could make all the difference in the end. Great. Red, it is your turn. You can fly. You have whatever movement speed. Fly gives you 60-foot movement speed, or fly speed. Is that right, Xanther?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Red, I know that you have whatever speed you already have, but at this point you have a 60-foot fly speed. Or sorry, Red, you have a 60-foot fly speed.
60-foot fly speed. Okay. That sounds pretty good. I will. And how far away is the other tower?
The other tower is from where you are. You could get, since you have to sort of fly around the side, you could get like if you wanted to dash, you could make it there. And you could if you dash, you'll be there and you'll see whatever there is to see there.
That's what I'd like to do.
Understood. All right. So Red just is like, well, all right, and Red just flies. How high, like, are you rising? How high over it? I'm gonna give you kind of Pythagorean theorem. I'll let you get some extra distance as well as the stuff. Like we'll ignore the actual stuff. How high over that perch would you like to wind up?
My whole goal is, our goal is to get in. So
Okay.
I would like to get in.
So not too high. You just want to fly over the. Okay, so I will say with a dash, as you sort of like run, fly using your speed. You see these two dragons. They're good. They're opening their mouths. Certainly, you're like great. You just leave the group. You fly over the perch, and sure enough, you and Xanther, with your high rolls and your good brains, just like you thought, behind it, there is a large, like, kind of just tube of gold that leads downwards. You can basically get over that tube if you want. If you want to end your turn directly over it, you can. If you want to end it like just like looking down on it. What is your passive perception, Red?
26.
You do notice there is a little bit of like a shimmer. Like the light catches it. There's no gates, there's no physical stuff, but there's just the tiniest little, Red, give me a free Arcana roll. It's probably not your forte, but this is Xanther, like, so I'm gonna have to waste
that should be a 15.
A 15. You suspect this is some kind of like magical force field, perhaps even a wall of force.
Okay. Great. That seems to cover every conceivable entrance to this place.
The entrance is one 50-foot diameter like path, and if you sort of glance with your thing, you see that weird like iridescent like you can't really see it, but if you just twist, you're like, yeah, there's a little like rainbow ripple here and there. You suspect that there is a wall of force sort of covering the whole thing. It's something that no one would be able to see. You and Liana are just so perceptive. You kind of almost you have almost like detect magic sight, just little, like you can't actually see the magic, but you see what the magic. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I do know what you're saying.
Perfect.
All right, great.
You can smell it.
That sounds good. I'm gonna yell that out to everyone. So I'm just gonna say there seems to be a little bit of a force field here of some sort. So it might be a little bit more difficult to get in. And then as my bonus action, I'm gonna move my hex onto one of them silly dragons.
One or two.
I mean, I can only move it onto one.
Sorry, there are two. I'm naming them. I'm naming them Mummy Dragon 1 and Mummy Dragon 2.
Whichever one's most hurt or closest.
We'll go. You saw Liana Tiag one, so yeah, you can put hex in that. Great, cool. So at this point, it is the turn of not one but two Mummy Dragons. Could have been the turn of only one, but
we asked you not to break them up. So one is not going, but two is going.
Wait, hold on. Do you want me to? I'll roll again and break them up. I might roll low.
No. I'm just joking because you said it's not the turn of one, but two.
But two. Oh, so
two's
going.
One's
one
later.
And two. Yeah. No. They're 1 and 2 are going together. So 3. Total of 3 Mummy Dragons attacking you right now. All right. The first one, having been attacked by Liana, is going to, in a rather rude way, just fly forward, maybe kind of like almost like stop upon seeing you guys, stopping about maybe like 60 feet from you, flies half of its movement, opens its jaws, and unleashes on the balcony. So I need Liana to make a Constitution saving throw. I need Tally, Xanther, and Iga to make Constitution saving throws at advantage because you have cover from the fly. Tally, I also need you to make one for the giant fly.
Well,
31.
31.
15. 15.
15.
15. Ooh, I rolled pretty bad on this. There's a lot of 1s and 2s in here. Hold on. Oh, I rolled. Oh my god. I'll tell you this. The highest thing on here is a 5, and I only rolled 1 5. So, there you go. Tally, how did you do?
I rolled a 10.
A 10. Great. How did the giant fly do?
The giant fly had a natural 1, so 2.
Okay. So, and Liana, you did a 15 as well. Okay. The giant fly has how many hit points?
If we're just using the average here, 19.
19. Cool. So the giant fly does turn into a little figurine of wondrous power under Liana. Liana, you take full damage, which on this, I kid you guys not, could not have rolled worse, or I guess I technically could have rolled worse. You take 28 points of damage.
That's not so bad.
For the failure. Iga, what did you roll? 31.
31.
Iga, you take 14, and you are okay.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to say that Tally and Xanther also only take 14 because of how much was blocked, but you are under the effects of the mummy rot.
That's 3 of us again.
So yes, Liana, Tally, and
Mummy rot.
and
Gross.
Xanther are under the effects of the mummy rot.
Okay.
So that is a rough circumstance. Mummy Dragon number 2. I'm going to see if Mummy Dragon number 2 is going to be a basic even odd situation. Evens, Mummy Dragon number 2 is going to follow Mummy Dragon 1. Odds, Mummy Dragon number 2 is going to see that somebody went elsewhere and go after that person. That is an odd. So red. The mummy dragon, seeing one of them like breathing on you, like the fly has sort of disappeared. Liana is now like in air, like about to fall down. We'll get to that at other people's turns in a moment.
Can I catch the balcony?
I'll get to that in a moment. You have been mummy rotted, so it's like the other mummy dragon is swooping around and heading towards Red. Red, can you make a Constitution saving throw?
I prefer not to.
I understand.
14.
All right, Red. Okay, so I've rolled a little better this time. Red, you take 33 points of damage, and you are also affected by the mummy rot. As this thing has sort of like flown to you, and it is about it flew 80 feet. This one is about like 60 feet away from you. And it just like breathed on you, and it's kind of paused, and it seems like it's going to come after you after that.
Oh, I'm going to use my reaction and have that.
Excellent. All right, so you can have that to 6. You only take 16, but you do unfortunately have the mummy rot. So right now, only Iga of this crew can regain any hit points. Bad days. Okay, but the good news is they do go together.
Stand for it.
Which means you guys get 5 uninterrupted turns to do stuff. Xanther, it is your turn. Oh, Xanther, one other question. This is actually going to be rough on Red, I just realized. Xanther, could you make a Constitution saving throw to keep that spell? I know you didn't take that much damage. You should be fine, but...
That's 18, so...
You're fine. Okay.
Reaction, okay, so just so I know, that as this is... How precarious... Are people midair right now?
Red is unseen by you, but you are focusing on keeping him aloft, and you know that he is in air somewhere. But a dragon like flew past off after him, and you might have heard Red like make some yelping sound, from like 100 feet away.
All right, but are the other people that are on the fly?
Liana is the only person who made it to the fly. She is currently suspended in air, about to I'm imagining it's like there's like a cartoon moment here of like Liana and a fly have just like Liana and a figurine of a fly are both like hovering in air about to fall.
Then in that case, would it be possible just before my turn to cast Featherfall?
I understand. You want, as a reaction, you want to put Featherfall on Leanna just...
Correct, yeah.
Just before... Yeah. As soon as the damage hit, you can do that, certainly. No
yes, perfect. Okay, I'm going to... How far away are the two of them?
One of the dragons is 60 feet off, like, just like... It came exactly to its, like, breathing distance and breathed on you. The other dragon is... You can't even see it. It has like, passed the tower you're on. You could fly and maybe look and see if you could see it both. Yeah.
I would like to... Okay, I would like to zip up. What I'd like to try to do is stay within... For this move, I'd like to continue within 60 feet of the first dragon, but I'd like to try to fly up and see if I can see where the other dragon is.
Sure, yeah, if you sort of fly up 60 feet, you'll get to the top of the obelisk, you look back, the other dragon is about... I don't know what you're about to do, but let's just make it feel like let's say they're both 60 feet away from you.
Perfect.
Up in that spot. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Feels like what you're looking for. So let's say there's.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm going to cast mass suggestion on them.
Interesting. Okay.
I'm going to suggest that they go back to where they came from.
Interesting. All right.
If they are immune to charm, they are not affected.
So you cast this and you see no response from them, and you do actually with your Arcana. You probably were just doing this in the attempt, but you do realize that many undead, especially more powerful ones, typically are immune to being charmed, and these mummy dragons who, these mummy dragons seem to be immune to charm. I'm going to let you know that these are actually immune to charm, exhaustion, frightened, paralyzed, and poisoned, as many sort of greater undead often are.
Okay.
But you gave it a shot, certainly.
Here we go. Oh well.
All right, but that seems to have that does not really affect their. You sort of say this and they're just kind of like they continue like trying to gather breath to breathe more, to attack further. Tally. What would you like to do? Leanna, as I'm basically keeping Leanna falling and at initiative count 0, I'll let Leanna attempt something if other people are trying to catch Leanna and or figurines of wondrous power. They can attempt to do so, on their own turns here. Yeah.
So I'm just going to try to help out whatever we try to do with this dragon in front of us. So the first thing I will do is I'll just try to guiding bolt the one that just blast us.
Guiding bolt, make your attack roll.
So that's a 31.
Well,
hit.
Guess what? A 31 does hit.
Woohoo!
I don't think you guys are gonna miss on attacks very much today. That's my guess.
Challenge accepted. 16 points of radiant damage.
Okay. And the next attack on it has advantage.
Yeah, he's glowing, so the next attack has advantage.
Could be very helpful for someone like Leanna. Okay, great.
Yeah, and then I will begin running forward to both Leanna and the fly figurine on the ledge.
Because you've taken an action, you can only attempt to catch one. Would you like to catch the fly? Would you like to... Leanna has Featherfall cast, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So would you like to catch the fly or Leanna?
If I've registered, then I will try to catch the fly figure, because I know that she's floating.
Make a dexterity roll, I guess.
Oh, God.
Try to snatch it. If you can pitch something else, if you have another...
Nope. There's nothing else that makes sense. I'm just terrible at
athletics
dexterity.
is better, you could do athletics?
Sure, it's moderately better. We might as well go with that.
Okay.
Oh, it's a 19. 21.
You do basically, Leanna. You have this feather falling, so you begin to fall a little slower. So you're not going to, you're not going to die from the fall. A dragon might eat you, but you're not going to die from a fall. So you fall, and then you see Tally shoot some beam over your shoulder as the sort of mummy dragon just kind of this light burning off some of the bandages, this stench of death spreading out. Tally then slides across the balcony, an arm extending through the railings, and almost reaching for you, but then instead snatching a figurine of wondrous power to be used.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
That totally ruins my plans.
Sorry. Iga, it is your turn. You can fly. I think to activate those boots, is it a bonus action? The winged boots?
Oh.
I think it is.
What? It's not listed on my bonus actions. I only have Great Weapon, Master Attack, and Rage.
Oh no, you have the flying thing. Oh, never mind. It's just you can fly for 2 hours every 12. Yeah, cool. Or for 4
cool.
hours, however you want. You don't have to activate or I think the wings of flying you have to activate.
Yeah.
Okay. So, first of all, I'm fucking pissed and I go into a rage.
Sure. As one should.
Second of all, how far away am I from one of these knuckles?
So one of the dragons is 60 feet from you, directly ahead. This is the one that just breathed on you. You even one
That's
one
the closest one?
That would be the closest one, yes.
So is my range, even though now I'm a dragonborn, that I'm still 40 feet flying range?
Yes, you don't have. Wait, I'm. What do you mean? Yes, you're. All your stats are the same. You're just a dragonborn.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. All right. All right. Well, then I guess I'm just gonna I'm gonna stay where I am and move within 30 feet off to the side and do javelin.
Just toss a javelin.
You can-
You can
Iga,
throw.
It's a dwarven
Your
thrower.
dwarven thrower. Your axe of
axe.
the dwarvish lord can be thrown 30 feet.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's stupid how good that weapon is.
Okay, hold on.
And it comes back to you like Mjolnir.
Yeah.
I apologize. I don't see the description on it.
Yeah,
So
it's
your word for
That's
it.
because it's 500 words.
Yeah, I think because it's 2 pages is the description. Yeah.
I got a question for you because it looks like some of these things run off the page on this Roll20. Is there a way to expand? For example, my reactions end after the first sentence of Spirit Shield.
Oh dear. Yeah. The answer is.
I'm highlighting words and trying to scroll down, and I don't see.
Yeah, you probably can't for the PDF. You know, I'm gonna pull up your sheet there real quick. And just,
Okay, great.
look
As
at
long
that
as I can throw this thing, is it the same plus 16 to hit?
Yes, in fact, you do more damage with it when you throw it,
Oh,
which is silly.
that sounds delightful.
Yeah.
You'll also have advantage on this since it's glowing.
You do,
thank
and you have advantage on this, but you also have advantage because of rage, right?
No.
No.
If you reckless attack,
Reckless is
You
advantage.
get-
Okay, so you
I'm
have
not gonna-
advantage on your first shot. Yeah.
I'm not going to reckless attack just yet because I don't feel like them having advantage on me.
No. Makes sense. So yeah, so your first shot. So you have
26 to hit.
a 26 hits this mummy dragon, and you deal it's yeah it doesn't say it on here. The problem is the axe of the dwarven throws. I realize it's actually not giving you all the things it should because of the extra stuff
Okay.
of dwarven throws. You roll 2d8.
Okay, 4 plus 4 is 8 plus 10 damage.
Yeah. So
Okay,
yeah, because with
18.
18, great.
And so does it come back to me like a boomerang?
It flies back in your hand like you
Like God of War.
you can attack multiple times with it at a single.
exactly.
Like God of War.
Like God of
Doing it
War.
again. Doing
Or
it again.
Great.
At advantage, that will hit. A 15 plus 13 will hit.
Hits.
Okay. 6 plus 2, 8 plus, so another 18 points of slashing damage. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else I can do. I already went into a rage. That's my bonus action.
Yeah, no, you've
Now that I'm in my rage, if I see somebody get really hurt, I'm gonna do spirit. I'm just going ahead and tell you, I'm doing spirit shield for my people
understood. Okay.
or creatures. I'm not trying
I
to
also we're not going to walk it back here. But I did just realize the throwing range is 20 feet. So we'll say you're so mad we're going to ignore it now. Future turns, it's a 20-foot, not 30-foot range, so those would have been disadvantaged. But actually, you could, you know what?
No,
you could have
because I
flown
moved-
up. Yeah.
I moved 30. I flew 30 feet already towards him.
Right, but it was 60 feet away, so it still would have been 30 away. The range of the throwing range is only 20.
Oh, I thought. Yeah. Okay.
But
okay. Thank
we're just gonna say in this case it's fine because I don't want to walk anything back.
So
Okay.
let's say I move 40 feet and I'm closer.
That is your flying range, right? 40?
Yeah, if you're 40, right, you got into throw-in range. Perfect. Okay, great. So that is Tally's turn. That is Iga's turn. At this point, Leanna, as you're falling, please make a dexterity saving throw. Even though you've been feather-falled, you are falling, but you can make a dex throw to just like grab onto the bottom of the balcony.
Actually, I wanted to do a real acrobatic with, like in the movie stuff. Then, with one hand I reach up for the balcony, the other one I catch the figurine, but he already caught the figurine.
But Tally's hand has already reached out there, yeah. Bad news.
That's totally ruins mine.
It does.
It's a 25.
I will say with a 25, you are able to, and I mean, you're a rogue. I don't think anyone was no one was too worried about you between a feather fall and a thing. You do manage to kind of like hang on to the balcony. You are sort of safe on the balcony, and actually, it is now your turn proper.
Okay, can I, would it be a movement to flip up to the balcony?
I would say that in the weird, precarious position you're in, yes, it would take, like, we'll say it's going to take half your movement to, like, get back onto the balcony, sort of next to Tally. Yeah, or top.
And since I'm up there, I'll just want to shoot at the dragon again.
Great. Take a shot.
But I think I told you the wrong thing before, because my dragon slayer is a sword. The short bow.
Oh, so you don't get the extra d6s?
Yeah, no. I'm sorry, I had a wrong sheet.
No problem.
But I'll just roll. I swear it's another net 20.
Sounds good.
Oh my god.
Roll a d. It's a real shame that you're not somehow. It's almost like I wish like Iga hadn't attacked with the Leanna.
I wish I had advantage.
Yeah, you wish you had that guiding bolt advantage. Leanna, go ahead and just roll 1d6 and add it to 14 because you've maxed out your first d6 from the shot.
6 plus 14 is 20.
20, great. We're spotting you guys a little extra damage on some of these things. It's fine. It's all where Leanna's first turn had an extra 18. We're just gonna leave that on. That's fine. Wouldn't it be really funny if the other dragons just wait there and it's like, well, I guess the Pharaoh killed them all. All right, never mind. Good times. Okay, Red, you have been. This necrotic breath has hit you. You felt Xanther never like dropped the concentration, but you might have felt like you might have like fallen like a centimeter, of like when that happened earlier. So what would you like to do here?
Do either of these dragons look particularly harmed?
You cannot really see the first dragon, but you're hearing more like attacks and stuff. So you are the dragon who has flown to you is not the one that you've hexed and is unharmed, but the one back at the tower has taken a good bit of damage and has your hex upon it.
All right. Oh, the one at the tower has my hex on it.
The one that didn't attack you. The one who followed you has not done a thing.
Nope. That sounds right. Well, that's mildly disappointing. You know what? Fuck it. How many spells do you ever get? Let's go ahead and try and cast Banishment on the one right near me.
Love this. Banishment is a charisma save?
Yes. Wait. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, it'll teleport somewhere else anyway. That's fine.
All right, charisma save. You do notice as you're casting this that you can see that the spirit of this is rolling this at advantage due to some kind of magic resistance, but that's fine. All right, charisma save. Here we go. That's a real bummer. I've rolled 4 and a 5, so that's a 16. What is your spell save DC?
19.
19, huh?
Bye, dragon. Hey, y'all, hurry it up over there.
That's what that actually is.
Don't have enough energy.
What is that sound? Is that I don't have enough energy? What just said that? Somebody watching something? There's something's getting picked up on a.
Like I'm hearing voices.
Yeah, I heard that, but I didn't.
But
yeah. So okay, I'm
maybe a different channel is leaking into this one. I don't know.
I'm honestly at a weird moment here, guys. I'm gonna, like many of you DM, you kind of know this thing. I'm in a circumstance here where if I'm using what my plans are and how things are written and using the stat blocks I'm using, this is what you have done is used a legendary resistance for this creature. Now, these are 20th level thing. These are kind of like the henchmen for this fight, you know, or like some guards of this fight. What do you think? Do I go as written, or do we get rid of legendary resistance for these guys? How irritated are you guys already with this 20th level combat? That's really my question.
So much.
So irritated already? This is not going your way?
No, banish it for somewhere interesting.
It is banished.
Is it?
Yes. They will not have legendary resistances. Fine.
Oh, great.
Don't worry. Oh, and also, if you guys aren't, do keep telling me all your natural 13s. I forgot I have those. They don't need legendary resistance. I'm great. Anytime you roll a natural 13, just let me know. Yeah.
I rolled one earlier.
Thank you so much.
I'm so sorry I was not aware of it.
No. I forgot to mention it today. It's all good. Yeah, we tracked a lot, but that makes great. Cool.
Iga's more of a wordsmith than a numbersmith.
I get it. It is A-okay. So Red, you handle one of these immediately. One of these dragons disappears. Xanther, you, from the corner of your eye, see Red move, kind of do a little somatic component of a spell, and you do see that the other mummy dragon just disappears.
What's the problem, fellas? This one should be easy for y'all. Let's go.
That mummy
whenever you're ready. I'm just gonna be chilling here. Don't rush. He lights up a new cigar.
Perfect. That dragon does not take a turn. It is incapacitated.
You know how bad smoking is
within a harmless steady flame. The other one, who would like to roll a d6
dragons for a living? You're worried about this smoke?
Who'd like to roll a d6?
A d6?
Yeah, d6.
Sure.
Come on, you can do it. You can do it.
It's not near me.
Of course. Why would it be?
I might have rolled a 6.
Well, then I might be rolling another code of death.
So that's fine. We're all already cursed except for Iga.
Yeah. Yes.
The damage is not what I'm worried about.
Based on positioning, this one that is left is kind of opens its noxious jaws. Red is far gone. Xanther, since you've gone up like that, it is 60 feet away, but we're going to say you're just outside of it. But Iga, Liana, and Tally, could all of you please make Constitution saving throws one more time? I don't know that Iga can even fail this because Iga's got a pretty.
I have plus 14 con save.
I guess you could if you rolled real low, you would fail. But yeah, it's very unlikely.
Well, I rolled a 19.
So yeah, you're going to. Just
take... I rolled a 13.
13, not 13. Thank you. All right.
And that's 17.
17. Okay.
And a 21 for me.
A 21 for you. Their DC is 21. So
hey,
you have succeeded. Iga has succeeded this time. Leanna is going to take all of this. Guys, I rolled a little better this time. Tally and Iga, you both take 20. Leanna, you take 40.
Great.
As the mummy rot just continues to sort of fester around you all.
Wait, I take 20.
You take 20 points of damage. It is necrotic, so you do take all of it. Sadly. That is its turn. Xanther, you are up in the air. You see that one of them is gone. This other one just like you feel the whiff of the mummy rot like on your boots below you. Even you were just out of its range.
Okay. I am going to. Is Red still flying?
Red is still flying.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll park me on the.
On Red. Yeah, sure. You have line of sight on Red, so you see that Red has now landed on the perch, basically.
Uncanny dodge doesn't work with area effects, right?
It does not, unfortunately. It is only an attack upon you. I'm 99% sure. I'll look it up though.
Yeah.
Nope.
Your evasion is the area effect.
I'm going to cast the. I will. Hold on.
Hits you.
I don't have any range.
Kill it.
I will cast. How big is this? Oh shit! No,
It is adult.
It
is huge.
Yeah. Bigger than 10 feet.
It is bigger than 10 feet, especially with wings.
I will cast. Okay, sorry.
You're good. It's complicated stuff. Guys.
I don't have any. The problem is I'm looking for things that don't use concentration, but also have a range. Either have a longer range or. And I don't have anything, so I'm just gonna cast.
Any cantrips?
Yeah, I can do that.
Cantrips are not nothing. A firebolt is 4d10 at this level. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no, I'll cast synaptic static on it.
Okay. What kind of save is
Sure.
that?
It's an intelligence save.
Intelligence save. Very good. That is one of the ones that it doesn't. I do get advantage on the roll. I roll a 20.
My DC is 21.
Then it has been synaptically staticized.
So it takes 8d6 psychic damage, and it has a negative d6 on all of its attacks, checks, and concentration saves.
It takes how many d6?
That's 8d6.
Synaptic static
Whoa.
no joke.
No.
It's
It's
no
a
joke.
cantrip?
Yeah. No.
Oh
It's a
no,
fifth
no,
level
this
spell.
is a 5th level spell.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I was very confused for a moment. I thought it was like mind sliver.
It does. Yes, I cast the cantrip, and it does 20d6
I mean, the thing is,
damage, and you
you'd-
die immediately.
at 20th level, you'd be surprised. There's some, yeah.
8. That's 6, 7, 8. Okay.
Gotcha.
27 points of psychic damage.
27 points of psychic damage. Wonderful.
And then I'm going to fly over to the perch. Is there I'll do the perch, but I'll be like on the farthest point away from Bun Bun.
Okay, so you
just to try to get some distance.
You do not have the distance to cross all the way. Like, you can get to the perch and be like you can be like 20 feet or 15, 20 feet away from
That's
Bun
fine.
Bun, but you can't go to like the other side of the huge gulf that's like 50-foot radius. The passage that goes down is 50-foot radius, so you can't get to the other side of that, but you can certainly get to like not immediately next to Red if you want.
Yeah, I like my hunch. Basically, I'm aiming for perch as far away from Bun as I can.
Understood.
Or barring that, if there's like if there's a lip around.
That's kind of what I'm talking about.
thing.
Like, you can be on the lip. You can't be across because it's a whole 50-foot thing, and you're using most of your distance just to get from the tower you're sort of over to this tower.
That's fine.
But you guys can be like on opposite sides of the little perch part in the front. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Great. Okay. Tally, you are up.
Oh, and then I get my 4th level spell slot back. Oh no, I don't. No.
Oh, that was exciting, and then it was.
That's what's a joy you have to get spell slots back. I will. I'm going to move away to kind of go back further in where there's more cover.
Into the room. Sure.
All right. Since I don't have a fly anymore. And so I'll just use my 30 feet, get 30 feet away. And then I will once again although this time what I will do is I will prepare guiding bolt and I will fire it after Iga's attacks.
After Iga attacks this thing, you will fire a guiding bolt.
After Iga's finished attacking, I will guiding bolt.
Great. Okay.
What does that do?
I am just trying to give Leanna the advantage so that she can get.
Oh.
right? Because otherwise you can't attack.
Because you're not meleeing the damn dragon.
So.
Yeah. Okay. Tally.
But you could probably get closer now, though.
You back up. You're preparing this. You do have a 26. You have 26 passive perception.
Yes.
I suppose if I roll absurdly high. No, I roll a natural 20. Okay, never mind. Great. Okay. I'm gonna say at the very end of your turn, you kind of glance, just like you're focused there, but you glance over and you're like, something in this room different, and you notice that the trap door that was leading down is currently open in this room.
Okay.
Okay.
Keep an eye on that.
Great. You see that, but like you at this point your focus is there. That's just with passive. Like you're like, but you're still focused.
That is a future Tally problem.
Great. Okay. Iga, it is your turn.
Okay, am I still kind of near the guy I threw the axe at? So I can.
Totally. You can throw 2 more times.
All right, I would like to do that. I'm still very mad.
So mad. So these are not advantage, but you roll. It's a plus 16 to hit.
So 28.
Hits.
Is it still 2d8 plus 10?
It is still 2d8. It's actually 2d8 plus 14 because you're raging.
Oh, so then I should have plus 8 more for the 2 I did last time, unless we want to call it.
I think I added those.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
8 plus 14 is 22 points for the first one.
Love it.
And go again. 14 plus 14 is 28. That hits.
That does. It's
13 plus 14 is 27 points.
Wonderful. Yeah, great. All right.
And I'll back away a little bit, but not too much.
Fly off slightly, sure. Kind of like try to maybe position yourself where you're not going to be a thing. Okay, cool. Tally, at this time,
Yes.
you have a held action.
Yes.
You're spending your reaction to do this. Go for it.
Yes. Okay, so I'll cast the guiding bolt.
Love it.
Yeesh. 21 to hit.
It hits.
Okay. That was a terrible roll. All right, so that's going to be another 17 points of radiant damage. And glowing again. Next attack on it has advantage.
Great. All right. Speaking of which, we are now at the top of initiative. So Leanna has a 24 initiative count. But
Like something else, something higher.
Something's happening. Something's happening. Oh, no.
It's all right. I ran right to where the danger is. You're fine.
I actually do get advantage on this because you did not see the person. Okay. What is your armor class, by the way?
21.
Okay. Well then, yeah, you're definitely all right. A blade slips into your side. Like you see like a sharp push from behind. Tally, you even notice like a glimpse of black fabric of someone behind you, and a red scaled hand is like reaching around your mouth, almost like clamping it shut, and like ever so creepily, and you smell incense. Strong kind of like this incense smell, and also almost like tobacco of something, and as you're like really close to it, and this finger goes over your lips, and you hear very quietly just in your ear, shh, 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 shh. I need you to make well, first of all, you will take, I didn't actually roll that high on that at all. You will take 25 points of damage.
One thing I should just... You usually call them out, but just to be safe.
Yeah, of course.
I am immune to critical hits. My armor is adamantine.
It
so
was
just
not
to be
critical. Yes.
Just...
Yes, it was not a critical one. But you feel this sort of thing sink in. Perhaps you have immunity to the following, in which case, let me know. How are you about petrification? Is that a thing you're
not
immune
great.
to? Okay.
No.
Could you go ahead and make
A Constitution saving throw? Yeah, sure. You know, it is my third best saving throw with a +3, so I'm sure this is going to go great.
The anti-Beowulf here.
13.
You rolled a 10 though. That means not a 13. No, I hope so.
Correct.
Tally, you do feel, and like you couldn't speak if you tried. You feel this like it is. You are not petrified yet, but it's coming.
Excellent.
And then you actually and then you feel you don't really actually feel the blade moving out. You kind of hear a wet sound, but also sort of like steel on stone, but very quiet. And then you feel like a couple of like steps moving as this person just hides elsewhere in this room. Leanna, it is your turn. The dragon before you is now glowing, and you have advantage on your attack.
Do I, with my passive perception being 29?
Guess what? You don't.
I don't. Okay.
The stealth roll was 32, you guys.
All right. Then I'll just shoot the dragon.
Yay! But you have advantage.
Well,
29 to hit.
I can't be surprised.
That's good.
Okay, just.
Yes, when you have foresight, you cannot be surprised. Yes.
You're also very far away. You're not going to get stabbed by this petrification dagger.
Leanna.
Yes.
Go ahead. You have hit. You gain the advantage of your sneak attack. So, roll your d6 plus how many sneak attack die is it at this right? 10?
10.
So roll 11 d6 and add your modifier. Because
modifier just once, right?
Just once, yeah. Yeah, just once. I'm sorry that you didn't roll one of those 2 crits you've already rolled today now. That would have been... would have put this thing away.
20, 26, 29, 30, 32, plus 8, 40 damage.
40 damage, great. Ooh, nice. Okay, yeah, this mummy dragon is looking pretty ragged. You will actually, Leanna, I'm gonna say that you aimed your bow and took a shot, and what you managed to do was like catch a loose piece of cloth, and you like pulled it off, and like a bunch of cloth unraveled from the mummy dragon, and bones have sort of fallen out. So it's all like there's like rotten dragon flesh and bones hanging off, and the it's sort of tattered and kind of like you basically unraveled it a little bit with your shot here. Okay, anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Bonus section, I would like to hide.
Understood. Please make a stealth roll.
29.
With a 29, you are confident that you have sort of hidden yourself from this creature on the sort of balcony, kind of in a thing. It doesn't see you and you can't see it. So you would hope that if it manages to get its breath weapon back, it would not even, it wouldn't actually affect you. Cool. At initiative count 20, I need Leanna, Red, Xanther, and Iga to all make a dexterity saving throw. As hails of arrows are coming from below you, from kind of just like numerous mundane people. You don't suspect this is going to be a huge amount of damage, but this is sort of just representing that like guards are now massing outside, just hailstorms of arrows up at all of you guys.
Sorry, I missed what type of
dexterity saving throw, and this is just you guys basically just this is like easy little dodging, kind of situation.
31,
28, 31,
25.
We'll get to Iga when she's back. With the rolls you've made, I'm doing this as the tiered thing. You guys simply take no damage as you sort of hide. And honestly, Liana, you're. I probably shouldn't have even had you make one because you were already hiding up on the balcony, so they probably couldn't have hit. We'll say that you just did a couple little snake moves as some blind shots just kind of landed next to you, but you were not being targeted. This was really more for Red, Xanther, and Iga. Cool. Speaking of Red, you and Xanther are sort of over on this perch. Behind you is this wall of force. You now notice that there are people aware of you from below, so perhaps more waves of enemies will be coming, but at present they're far and clearly very ineffectual. what would you like to do on your turn? You probably saw some like bandage and bone getting blown off of that dragon over there. You suspect is in pretty bad shape. And it is the one your hex is on, but you technically don't have line of sight on it now.
I don't have line of sight on it?
No, you haven't. You flew to the other tower, and this one's like on the other side of the tower you left. So you've never been able to see this one. It's one flew to you, and that's the one you banished.
Understood.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fly. I'll fly 60 feet up then. Do I still fly?
Yeah.
Xanther?
Yeah.
I'll fly 60 feet up.
Okay.
So I should have hopefully line of sight.
Yeah,
now?
you can. Yeah, if you might fly a little off the. You might have to go a little like this, but yeah, you can with your move speed, you can go up and high and kind of be largely out of the fray and spot it. No problem.
All right, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna tell Xanther, why don't you deal with that old wall thing there, the energy field, and I'll help deal with the dragon, and then I'm going to take my 2 shots at the thing.
Love it.
My bow.
I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Oh, Ega, could you please make a dexterity saving throw? You do have
at advantage.
You do have advantage because you can see it coming.
I have advantage on this darn thing. I don't, do I?
19.
With a 19, haha, great. Since you succeed on the thing, but you will take half damage of, okay. Here's some fun. You'll take half of 8, which is 4, and then you take half again, because you're raging, so you take 2 points of damage, as one arrow, sticks into your heel. Because there's swarms of arrows being fired up by people really far away, kind of, just up at the.
I am no Achilles. I actually have a really strong Achilles. I have the opposite Achilles heel.
You know what? If you'd like to use your reaction, you could just flex your heel and squeeze it out.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Great. All right, Red, how'd that?
That's because I eat only protein.
It's fantastic. That's fantastic. All right, very cool. I want to wait, if I'm out of line of sight, and I have
you've now flown to get line of sight.
Yeah, I was trying to find a way to get myself advantage, but it's fine. I'm just going to
Can I shoot it? Can I fly up and see where it is and fly it out and then shoot over it so it can't see? Yeah.
I was trying to think if I made myself invisible, or if I if I was hidden. But those take more things than I can do.
If you can cast invisibility, please do so.
Because then there's this thing in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything where I can give myself invisibility as a bonus action. If you're fine with me using Nature's Veil instead of hide in plain sight.
Well, I'll look at it real quick. I'm more saying I want you to cast the spell invisibility so the banished guy comes back. But yeah, I get what's happening.
Sorry.
Nature's Veil.
When a joke bites you in the ass.
Are we saying you select? So you don't have hide in plain sight, is what you're saying?
I would swap that out.
Sure, you can swap.
If you're
this
okay with that.
That's fine by me.
Okay, then I'll use a bonus action to do that. Use one of my charges of that to give myself advantage on this first roll here.
Cool.
I'm also going to use.
Oh my god! Why would anyone take hide in plain sight? That's so much better.
Yeah,
Jeez.
I know.
Okay.
It's real nice. I'm gonna use that favored foe. Hopefully, if I hit him, and sharpshooter on both that you shot.
Okay, great.
So that's gonna be a 22 to hit.
22 hits.
All right.
Sharpshooter's gonna serve you well here, I think.
I'm hoping. That hex, and I got favored foe, right? Okay. So that's 16 plus 18, 32 points of damage. on the first one.
All right, not bad.
And then natural 1 on the second one. So
great. So
didn't matter.
yeah. All right. So you also kind of, Liana hit a spot. Now that you're seeing that, you place your first arrow from this hidden position and just channel your hatred of dragons, and you sort of hit like near sort of the solar plexus or whatever that is called on a flying lizard. I don't know, thorax or something. Anyway, the point is you sort of impact there. It shatters and a few more sort of bones fall. One of the wings actually completely unravels. The sort of from like the shockwave of it, and kind of like the bandages are flapping back, and all that's there is just this kind of like flimsy. It moves a bit, kind of like not even in a great position, but it is not yet dead.
I did what it could.
And with that, actually, Anna, would you roll a d6 for me?
Yes.
Do it.
5.
Thank you. All right. So, with you having sort of like done that, it does get its breath back. That's pretty good. No, this is absolutely how it would go. Iga, you've been there throwing stuff at it. Liana, you have hidden yourself. It does not see you. Tally's inside, totally fine. Xanther is now unseen by it. So the person who just did the most damage to it that it can see is in fact Red. So actually, this dragon is going to fly up at Red, open its jaws. Red, can you please make a Constitution saving throw?
Sure. How far does this damn thing fly?
It has an 80-foot fly speed, but it has a 60-foot range on its breath weapon.
Both those things suck.
Yep. Well,
Oh, he hits me.
Oh, it's this one's bad. Okay. This is
I'm gonna use my reaction to take half.
You'll take half. That's probably wise.
Yeah.
You will gain the effects of the mummy rot. But half
I have it already.
Half of 46 is 23.
Okay.
So take 23 points of damage. In addition, please make a Constitution saving throw. And here's where, for you to like fail, this would be where you to roll really long. This would be a rad, because then the banished one comes back.
17. Nope, 18.
18. So you took over 20. It has I started this and I don't remember how it works.
It's 10 or half of the damage, whichever is greater.
So half of the damage would have been.
Oh, my Constitution. Yeah, no, that's still alive.
You're
Should
good,
be right?
You're up. You're fine. Great.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So this thing has kind of like
it's still banished.
And once again, and like there's a moment where you're like, oh, but you sort of with your kind of like you can take half the half the damage as a reactor, which is always a helpful thing to do. You feel the concentration slipping for a moment. You're just like, nope. And as it just unleashes this
Baked
noxious.
beans never tasted so bad in my life.
It's rough, but
Can we
this
put
thing
this
does
thing
look
down?
really bad at this point. That is its turn. I cannot believe that it got to blow every turn. I got the breath out back every time. I want to thank you guys for that.
This dragon blows.
It does.
So when all of us die here and we return back to our dragons, you guys think we should do the Dungeon of Infinity? Should we go do that one?
Yeah.
Xanther, it is your turn.
Red. Oh, it's my turn.
Red said red. Right said red. Told you to handle this, which you may not even be able to do, but he's told there is a wall of force.
I recognize it as a wall of force.
I think he described it, and with what you have like a plus 12,000 to Arcana, right?
Yeah.
I think you also can, even though it is meant to be invisible, I will say that you can identify some kind of iridescent shimmers of it. There's a wall of force over this. I think with a passive Arcana of 21, I'm going to give you one more bit of stuff, then please ask me whatever. You also suspect that this is probably the kind of wall of force that either has a password that deactivates it, or certain creatures or creature types are immune to the like certain creatures. Sometimes you could do something where it's like, this is a wall of force, but blank can pass through it at will, kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I forget. Would my character know? I don't even remember. I know that. Does Dispel work on Wall of Force, or
you
does it?
You know that Dispel does not. You know that very obnoxiously, and you may not even have this spell, which means
I don't have disintegrate.
You don't have disintegrate.
No.
So there are you can if you'd like to, you could investigate this area to see if there are other means or if there's some other way to open this passage.
Let me see if I have a divination thing that might be able to help me.
That would be cool. Yeah, I want you to contact Other Plane right now. Hey guys, just like, sorry, first time poster, long time lurker.
You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my third eye as an action.
Okay, great.
I guess, and then see invisibility, 10 feet, and kind of zoom about, and see if there's anything I might be able to garner.
Ooh, see invisibility.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. Hold on. I'm gonna look at the spell here. I want to see into the ethereal plane. That's not nothing. You don't see Okay, I'll tell you what. You do that, and I will say that your invisibility, you can't actually see what's going on, but as you sort of zoom about using your movement to kind of like investigate this thing, you do notice that on kind of like 90 degrees from where the perch is, kind of like around the thing, sort of clockwise, starting if like the perch is 12, like at 3 o'clock, there are some like 3 of the stones atop the sort of lip that runs around this whole thing. Is like 5-foot lip of this gold thing. 3 of like the little pieces. You are not sort of seeing as like illusory, or you're not seeing them as like invisible. Like you're not seeing them in also the force wall below you. Will say actually really lights up because like. I think ethereal things can't pass through it, so you're like, oh yeah, there's definitely a wall of force. It's like a really sort of big area. But you do see on that side there's like a little stretch of the gold that you're seeing still as gold and not as like wispy, partially invisible into the ethereal plane. So you suspect that there is some kind of illusion or something on that part of the gold. That is what you would notice kind of inspecting on this turn.
Okay.
Cool.
I'll call that out to folks, and then I'll sort of tuck myself away a little bit. Try to see if I can find a cute spot.
I love it.
Look cute.
Just kind of your. Are you trying to be near that, or you're staying sort of closer to the perch where there's more?
Oh yeah, I'll go near it. Yeah,
okay,
I'll go near it.
You can kind of like end near.
But also, I'm seeing that there's people I can see through. I can see that there are people that are looking up through.
No,
us. Is that what
down at you sort of just see darkness. It's like this is like hundreds of feet. Or I guess there's some light in there. It seems like there's just like gold surface down there, a little obscured from the wall of force. The arrows that are coming are like from like the ground or like lower balconies and things like that, like the walls of this palace.
I see.
Below. Yeah.
I see. Okay.
So with that, we're gonna go to Tally's turn. Hi, Tally.
Hey, what's up? What can I do? What do you need me to do here?
I think what you do is you just make another Constitution saving throw.
Cool. That's worse than before. That's a 10.
It's kind of mean to do this to someone when they're just like in a room alone, but this is the various Medjay have different like skills, and one is a real like some anyway. All right, Tally, what you experience on your turn is a sensation of increasing petrification. Your body is turning to stone. You are not this is bad.
Agreed.
I don't know that if you would like to attempt to call out, I would allow you to try. You why don't you say, if you want to call out a couple of words, you could try to call out a couple of words if you wanted to. Yeah, or go ahead, sorry.
No, sir. No, sir. I would like to. I am a Kalishtar. I would like to speak telepathically to any creature within 200 feet of me.
You definitely can do that, sure. What creature would you like to speak to?
I'm going to choose the only other person who might be able to help me right now, and let Xanther know. Xanther, I am turning to stone. Something came out of the trapdoor in the room we were in. I think I only have moments left until I am a statue.
It was nice knowing you, buddy. I really appreciate our talks. I'll never forget you.
You sound like Ella.
You're going to rot away to death without me, Xanther.
Oh shit. Okay, I'll be right there. Okay.
Great. Perfect. Okay. Iga. This mummy dragon is still here being a jerk.
Kill it.
It has flown up. It's kind of above you now. You can fly up a little bit and attack it. It's looking pretty ragged.
I would like to do that.
Okay.
So irritated at this dragon. 30.
That will hit.
Oh, where's my correct?
So just roll 2d8 and add 14 and
13 plus 14 is 27 points.
Well, with 27 points, Iga, as you sort of hurl your axe of the Dwarvish Lords at it, since you're throwing from behind, you sever the tail, and as the tail falls, the bandages wrapped around the tail begin pulling the rest of it off, and Red, you see it's like jaws as it's opening, and suddenly like whatever bandages are holding its lower jaw together kind of falls open, and the whole thing basically falls apart before you. Iga, you might even no roll required, but you probably have to get out of the way as just like rotten bits
also,
of
it stinks.
Does it crash the people on the ground? I hope.
It might crash some of them. It might crash some of them, but it does not crash. It does not crash all of them.
How far away am I from the other one?
The other one is gone to a different plane.
The other one is currently on a different plane of existence.
Okay, so do you feel sick? What do you need?
Shooting.
Were you sneezing?
No, it was a good job with, dragon.
Oh, I thought you said achoo.
No,
that's my name.
Nice shooting.
Oh, nice shooting.
Yeah.
I don't understand your accent. I'm Uthgardian, you know what I mean? I don't get everyone's accent all over the realm.
I totally get it. If it ain't whale, you don't speak it. I understand.
At this point, Tally.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that your passive perception is as your ear canals are turning to stone. You're maybe hearing a little bit less, but I'm gonna let you give me a perception roll at disadvantage as you're hoping for whatever. You're probably still gonna roll fairly high on this.
I mean, that wasn't bad.
Okay.
Perception 23.
You only because you're listening so close, you suspect even with that you wouldn't have heard the following, but you do hear what sounds like a trapdoor closing.
Okay.
How about me? Do I hear anything?
You do not from out on the balcony. And you also had nothing in your mind. Leanna, it is however your turn. So one dragon has just been destroyed. You heard something about the other dragon. Xanther is... You don't see Xanther, you see Red up in the air. Iga is kind of up in the air. You're on the balcony. Tally ran into the building. What would you like to do on your turn? What would you like to do?
Oh, me?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Xanther, Red and Iga are flying. You're on the balcony. Tally ran kind of backed into the room. You 6 seconds ago or 12 seconds
Well,
ago.
I want to check. When I go back into the room.
Okay.
Come out of hiding, I guess.
You step out of hiding. You walk into the room and you see Tally standing there. And for a moment, you just kind of pass over, and then your eyes, with your passive perception 29, you sort of snap back, and Tally is not completely stone. By the way, are we gonna have another eternally petrified Kalistar for you? I just realized because you. Well, no, that.
Yeah, maybe.
You notice
It's only 1,000 years.
That Tally is the skin is a little gray, and there's rocky patches on it. Some of the equipment seems to be turning gray. Leanna, what is your Arcana score? What's your Arcana modifier?
It's +1.
+1. Something magic's going on. This looks bad.
I would like to really, really look around in a room. Do I detect anybody else being there?
You can use your action to make a perception check. Go for it.
Perception. That's a 29.
29. Great. Roll the median. You sniff around. You're kind of looking. You do, when you get fairly close to sort of Tally and a couple other spots, you smell a whiff of that incense that you smelled below. But with a 29, you don't see anyone else in the room.
Do I notice anything about the trapdoor? No.
It's closed.
Okay.
The trapdoor seems exactly how it was left.
I back towards the balcony, keeping an eye on Tally.
Okay.
And the
you
room.
see Tally.
And it's just
into
very
the hedges.
cautiously at it. It's just
Into the hedges.
It's guys, we need some help in here.
All right. So you're back out on the balcony.
Well, just an edge of the balcony. It's I don't want to be too visible. Just so
Perfect.
I try to shoot to somebody who's near enough.
Sounds good.
Telly's turning into stone. I don't know what's going on.
Can Leanna, Iga, Xanther, and Red'll give me those quick little, just irrelevant dexterity saves, just as people are shooting, It's just a dumb thing that's happening. It's just it's just this funny prank they're doing.
I rolled a 1.
23.
A natural 1, but I'm a halfling.
There you go.
Do I have advantage?
And I rolled a 17.
You have
plus
advantage. 17 plus a million. Cool.
28 then.
Iga, what'd you have?
19.
19. Red, what did you have?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't roll.
Good old dex save.
Dex save 20.
Leanna, Xanther, Red, able to sort of do it. Iga, you once again get shot with on arrow that deals you 3 points of damage. That's already having been reduced for your stuff, and you just again can just swat it off or
Thanks for keeping my rage going.
Yeah. Really, that is a little extra. A little extra. Yeah, you're gonna be I do not try to save against the pathetic arrows. I'll take those to keep my rage up. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Red, it is your turn. So basically, the dragon has fallen apart before you. You were still concentrating on keeping the other one away. I think that is still good for 7 more rounds.
I saw Xanthar shoot off towards.
Xanther is back at the sort of the central one over there.
Yeah, I haven't had my turn yet, so.
He's still in the central one.
He's over the central one and had if you glance over, you notice he's now kind of he's gone around the side and he's looking at something on that little lip that goes around the whole big opening.
Okay, I'll drop down to him and go. Do we have a plan to get in? Or
yeah, there's a thing, but Tally's in big trouble, so.
Well, okay. Well, what's the thing?
I don't know. It's an illusion. I'll have to take a look at it. It's sort of right here. Maybe you could take a look. I gotta go.
Inside, or is it on?
No, right here. You talk too much, buddy.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Look, we got to get inside here. You say something's wrong with Tally, and you're about to zip over there. Well, someone's got to open this.
Just take a look. I will hold his paw.
Okay.
And gingerly place it.
You know
on
on the spot. Okay.
You know the scenes in a movie where two characters like talking on the balcony and there's a fight where someone is being like murdered behind them and they don't hear this like
you're out in the balcony. I think Barry had a one like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Barry did as well. Yeah.
Oh okay,
It's
sure.
a
Yeah. Okay. Oh okay. Well, I guess if you're gonna go take care of Tali, I'll look at this thing. But just we only got like you know, I don't know, 40 seconds or so before that other dragon comes back. I figured it'd be nice to be long gone by then. So, you know, just, you know, don't dilly-dally. I know you like to chat a bit. Just, you know, keep it brief. And I will look at this mechanism and see if I can't make it work.
Sounds good. Make a, Red, I guess give me a, I'll let you just do a pure perception check.
Cool. Natural 20.
Natural 20.
31.
Okay, I'll tell you what then. You're, I'll say that you're not actually using your sort of claws to go, I would say paws, but now it's claws because of dragon. I would say you're not actually using them to do this at this point, but you are kind of like, you can tell very, very well that there is a little section here that is illusioned. Like there's a section on this lip that is there's an illusion covering something, so perhaps underneath it you can't see through the illusion even with your sort of thing, but you know, like this is fake, everything else around here is real. The scratches on this are slightly at the wrong angle. I will say that you're not like touching it just in case it's like a glyph that's gonna, you know, melt you, but you're confident that like underneath this illusion is something different, and Xanthorus said it's the only weird spot around here, so perhaps that is like a key to open, you know, to pass through the force field or something.
Got you.
Great.
Okay. Great.
How to do it, you're not sure, but you figured that out. Xanthor, it is now your turn.
How far away is Tali? Or was
sorry,
he?
go ahead, Red. You had one more.
I just wondered if I mean, I have an action I could do.
I'm gonna say that perception check was the action. That was like.
Then I'm good.
This was like a closer. It took a few seconds to sort of, and you also traveled, and you guys talked for like 2 minutes. Okay, cool. So Xanthor.
How far away was Tali?
Tali's back in the original tower.
Which is about how far away?
You would have to dash to get in there with your flight speed. Because it's probably like 90 feet of flying from where you are. You have to get back to the other one, fly around the side of it, and go back in.
Okay. I'd have to use a. Wait a minute. I still can't. Yeah, there's no way I can do both. Even if I Misty stepped, I couldn't. I'm gonna have to burn an action this turn. Yeah, I'll go ahead and dash then, and dash back.
Oh shoot! Can I retcon something? Because I just realized this is more on theme for the stuff I was kind of going Egypt-y, whatever. Can we say Tali's turning to gold?
Sure.
Oh,
that's cooler for this city, right?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Tali's turning to gold. Sorry, that's just an idea that came to me.
Dragons would really like that.
Yeah, dragons. The idea of like will aurify you or whatever. Okay, cool. Sorry, continue. So Xanthor, yes. What do you do?
Oh, well, I mean, I'm not going to dimension door myself there because it's still action either way. So I'll just rush down.
Okay.
And then start prepping Dispel Magic.
Oh, okay.
That's about. I feel like that's all I can really. I mean, I can't. Cause I can't. I have to use an action to get there. I don't have anything else. I could Misty Step with a bonus, but I still can't cast a spell as an action. So.
Yeah. That's very interesting. Hold on. Would you please make a Constitution saving throw?
Cool. Tight.
Okay.
Natural 20. 23.
23. Okay, great. Xanther, as you get into the room, you see that Tally is largely turning gold.
Oh.
Is if you had to put it into Tally seems about 2/3 gold. To put it into like something like that.
Weird. Yeah.
Tally, you can communicate one more time telepathically if you'd like.
All right, buddy. Hang in there. Good luck for you. It's a good look. Don't be scared. I know you're scared.
Thank you.
I'm here. I'm here.
Thank you, Xanther.
Is it hurt real bad?
Shockingly, no. But do
you want me to tell anything to like your family or?
No, they're all dead. It will require some sort of restoration magic, I think, to fix something like this.
I don't have anything like that. Sorry, buddy. I'm gonna dispel it though. I'll dispel it.
But maybe communicate with other people in the group. Do what you can.
Oh. Do I know? Does anyone else have restoration magic? Does Bun?
Red might have restoration magic.
I do.
Possible.
All right.
Does Tally know he's going to be able to conduct electricity though? Because that's kind of cool.
Tally's also like, this is the most valuable she's ever been. She's worth a lot now. She's worth her weight in gold. Actually, it's probably much heavier as gold, so she's worth more than.
Fuck. Okay.
Okay. So Xanther, you've made it there. This is your turn is over. You're sort of like you're just ready to cast a spell. Tally has
Tally, you didn't want to tell that to Red telepathically?
Well, okay. The answer here is, Andrew, is I forgot that sorcerers don't have restoration. Or wizards don't have restoration. So
we're going to, as you've said that, and we debate this, we are just going to move on to Iga real quick.
But I don't know.
Actually, wait.
What? Wait, what?
Iga. So basically, so Red is on a tower over there. You can kind of like you can spot Red is on that center tower alone. Everybody else has gone back. Like Leanna's gonna like stand on the balcony. Everybody else has gone like back into that room you guys were in. What would you like to do?
I'm going with Red.
Okay, so you head over to Red. So Red is there. We'll say you can make it there with your boots and with a dash or whatever. So you're over there with Red, and you guys are on that tower, seeing how there's Red is kind of just investigating this area that looks a little odd.
Is he looking at the tube slide circle?
He is. He's looking at a little tiny piece of it on one side, and as if that piece is like weird. Just there's like a little like 6-inch strip on the outside that seems a little. That really has this.
I don't
attention.
see what you're seeing. She does that thing. She stands next to him.
It's an illusion. It's hidden. This floor isn't really floor.
Hold on, let me cross my eyes. Sometimes if you cross your eyes, then you uncross your eyes, you can see it.
That's exactly how I found it.
Tell you what, make a perception check, Iga.
Okay. Oh, 15. Which becomes... Hold on. 21.
You actually, I'll say with a 21, since he's pointing out, you get that he's saying that like there's a weird space that it's like if you were looking at like a video, you'd be like, yeah, that little part's been doctored. Ooh, they photoshopped this section, but it's like real life.
Like a deep fake.
They deep faked this. They deep faked the lip.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. All right. So, I think at this point. We're going to we're going to stay in initiative. If people have things they want to do on their turn, they can. Like Leanna, is there anything you want to specifically do? But we're kind of in like soft initiative just because we're technically dealing with some like fails and saves and things. So yeah. So Leanna, anything you'd like to do on your turn? We're gonna say you guys are auto dodging any arrows for this round.
I'm like on high alert.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, just on high alert. Taking everything in. Perfect. Red. Anything you want to do other than just like keep you there was an action you were gonna do last time if you'd like to do that now.
I don't know that I really want to do it.
Do it.
I think I'll just I wanna what I would like to do is Leanna anywhere close to us, or is she on the other platform?
Leanna, Tali, and Xanther are in Tower 1. You guys are on Tower 2.
All right. Well, without her there, I would like to, I don't know. I want to check for traps, I guess, with this invisible section.
Sounds good. Go ahead and do another perception. This is specifically for traps and that kind of stuff. I like that.
25? 23? 24.
You probably, and we'll even say...
That was a 13, by the way, I rolled.
Hey! Ha-ha! Ooh, guys, halfway there. More than halfway. So, Red, as you're like... We'll even say that Red seems like he's someone who, sometimes he'll not an unnecessary risk, but you might even at this point, once you're sort of confident you've maybe like brushed something here or there over it, you might even like tap inside with your paws. And you can tell that hidden under this are a series of draconic runes. So basically it's like there are some runes hidden under this kind of like illusory piece of gold. Totally fits in, but like now that you're looking for it, you can feel there are little runes of draconic characters. You speak draconic?
I do.
With a 25 perception, just like feeling them, they are inset, so you can feel them. You think they are the 4 runes correlate to spring, summer, fall, and winter. What that code means necessarily, you're not sure, but yeah.
All right. Spring, summer, fall, and winter. Cool.
Why did you just call, Red?
I'm gonna press the summer rune.
You press the summer rune, and
I don't know what's gonna happen.
At this moment, nothing happens.
Okay.
But I'll say that you sense enough, like it's like there's a little haptic feedback. It doesn't like depress or anything, but you can tell there was an input there. You know how like when your iPhone is on and you press it like ka-chunks, and when it's off there's nothing? It's definitely the ka-chunk version.
I get that. Okay, cool.
Gosh.
All right.
I'm gonna wait for the rest of the group to hopefully show up and just.
Love it.
I'm just gonna look over that way and
love it.
I'll tell Iga. So there's these runes. It's like all the seasons: spring, summer, fall, winter. And I pressed summer, and I felt it do something, but I don't know what it did. And
is it not like some kind of order? Like you got to go in an order and like this is sequence?
I was thinking maybe that would be it, but I don't know. Should I just keep going in order? I mean, fuck it, right?
Is summer the right order for number 1?
Oh, it's pretty hot right now.
Yeah, this place is eternal summer.
That's what I'm saying. Should I just press summer 4 times?
Yeah.
Okay, I pressed summer 3 more
This
times.
is gonna go.
If you press summer 4 times, the wall of force disappears.
Oh, hey, Iga, God damn it, you got it right.
You got it,
girl.
Eternal summer.
You know that. You know your shit.
But can Iga even perceive the difference in the thing going away? Or
no,
not?
you it just still looks like an open hole. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
Woohoo! Red hops up 30 feet in the air, just celebrating. Fist bump. Jumps back
That's
down.
like your pin being 5555.
Yeah.
Basically. So.
Great work there.
Great
work.
I also like the idea that the two of you just go. That you two just go down. Xanther, we're gonna cut to you. So Tally has said,
not knowing that has happened.
You don't know.
Not knowing that has happened. I cast dimension. Fucking. Oh god.
No. What are you doing?
I'm gonna cast dimension door, and dimension door us up into, like I'm gonna say. Was there tell me, DM,
please.
In the area where I left Red, was the only place to stand there on the wall of force, or was there stuff?
There is a 5-foot lip around.
Then I will dimension door us basically onto that lip. I think I would be cautious enough not to just do us right in the middle of the wall of force.
So you are dimension dooring. Who is the us in question?
Tali and I.
Okay. So
he's still a creature, right?
Tali's still a creature, and Leanna's just there.
Yeah.
Leanna's just stuck.
And Leanna cannot fly.
Leanna, you're halfling.
I would have taken Leanna with me.
I know. Leanna, you're a halfling, right?
Yes.
Xanther, I'm going to allow you to dimension door the whole group. Because we're going to say that Tali technically counts as...
I'm not fully a statue yet.
We're going to say that... I'm going to say
she's
that,
okay
I'm going to
so
say
far.
that between
It's
Liana,
one willing creature. Yeah.
No, but and objects, as long as their weight doesn't exceed what you can carry. So I'm going to basically say that you and Leanna are the creatures and Tali is the object.
Okay.
Amazing.
And to that point, wait, let me look at this. Is this unsporting or is this?
Okay, that's fair. I think that's fair.
You both have 8 strength. So just for fun, both of you please roll an athletics roll as you're trying to lift up Tali as you do this dimension door.
Oh gosh.
The DC on this will not be high, but it could be.
It is 17.
17.
Mine's a
It'd
16.
be amazing if you dropped me and I shattered right now.
Just shattered. You're not quite shattered. Also, the gold. The good thing about the gold
It'll
is
be
they don't
bent.
shatter.
I won't shatter.
So basically, the good news is you do this. You guys it's like you both heave, and it's like you just literally. It's almost like the spell is like as long as the two of you together can lift Tali off the ground, which you do. You get her just like an inch off the ground.
Sort of just tipping, just sort of like
Yes,
like a little,
exactly.
Like we can do one of the sort of
lift your
walking thing.
legs.
No, is it my left or your left?
Doesn't matter.
This is I'm getting flashbacks to when I helped you move.
I have the same left.
So basically, you two appear on the lip,
And I yell out to yeah.
And suddenly next to you, Red, Xanther and Liana are there, and they're holding Tali, who is mostly gold.
I say, Bun, you gotta fix this right now.
Tali, you looking good, my friend.
Tali, here it is your turn. Please roll a Constitution saving throw.
Hey, look at that. I am shocked and amazed.
Mm-hmm.
$17.
Tali is not completely gold yet. Is like trying to sort of like fight it off, but it's still very gold. Rather than go in full initiative order, Red, are you do you have a spell you want to do on your next sort of turn?
Man, I don't, but I do.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Well, go ahead.
Yeah.
Do it.
I'll go ahead and
Transmute gold.
Like, don't worry, buddy. I got you. I'll cast Greater Restoration on him.
Greater Restoration on Tali.
Will that work?
It will. That stops. That does stop the petrified condition.
What I got?
That's what I was looking for. That's what I would have done.
Yeah, if you have Greater Restoration.
I don't have any of that shit. You know that.
Technically,
I don't know why Tali spoke out
how
to
do you
me.
guys look into this?
I'm flattered.
While the transformation was going on, I would have allowed an attempt at a dispel magic. I would have treated it like a flesh to stone spell that you could have stopped. As soon as Tali failed, it would have been. Oh, and you would have had to roll because it's a higher spell. They didn't cast flesh to stone; it's from the knife. But yeah, you get
Mostly
definitely better to cast my 5th level spell.
Mostly
That's fine. I burned my 4th level, so that's fine.
Mostly Xanther, I trust you to. I trusted you to sort of be the one to figure out what was going on.
I understand. I really appreciate that, and but next time, call the button. He's good at.
So Tali, the good news is
I'm gonna vote for there not being a next time.
You come out of this. Red, you think there's 18 seconds left before a dragon reappears?
Oh yeah, we should hurry. That other dragon will be back in a second. I mean, Tali, you can remove that old foot rot again, right? Because I think I'm the only one affected by that one.
Me too.
Nope, I am.
Literally
that's,
all of you except Iga have it.
Yeah, there's 4 of us currently, so we're gonna deal with that later. Once we're away.
I thought when we killed the dragon that the foot rot went away.
Nope.
Mummy rot?
That's
No.
not how that works.
Oh.
No, it's
I thought
not how
you
that
said
works.
last
friend.
Oh.
No, it's there for.
No, I have plans, but right now it is
Fucking
better.
mind.
Until we're free of those dragons, it is better that we just deal with the discomfort for the time being.
Yep. Sure.
So,
Sure.
with a dragon directly sort of like about to come back here, you guys stand in the lip. I think that's where we're gonna call it for tonight. You solved the
guys. Iga figured it out.
Iga figured out the
how to
riddle
get in the
100%. And Tali, you were gold stabbed. I can't believe I didn't think it was gold stabbed.
To be
earlier. I'm so
fair,
mad.
Red said it's hot here all the time.
Well,
Yeah.
it was a group thing,
Group
but you're the
effort.
one that made
Yeah.
the call on the 4 summers. So
Iga,
Well
you
done.
are always talking about hot barbarian summer, so
Yeah,
Hot barbarians.
every summer's hot
Oh
barbarian.
my god.
summer.
It's funny because on some level it seems like Iga and Shishu, like they're not like they don't have like the same thing, but like you could see them like not existing in the same space.
They're disruptors, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's what you mean to say.
Or they really just they're true influencers. They really use their platforms.
They're unappreciated
I feel-
geniuses, okay?
I-
I feel
Iga-
like
Iga is the king of her village.
I feel that Xanther is the Buteros' father. I feel like that's the vibe of their dad. Just like fuck you, get out of my way. Like that is Mr.
Xanther is
Buteros.
Buteros Senior. Pierce, could you do me a favor? This is just for my own
Sure.
modification of whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Roll one more Constitution saving throw. Let's see
Oh,
what the fifth
sure,
one
sure.
would have been.
10. Terrible.
So yes, Red, you would have had to use that either if you hadn't done it then. We'll say that Tali would have been completely gold, and then you would have just cast the spell. So,
Would have been a
Yep.
Bond girl.
so-
I mean,
well, guys,
if you don't keep your healer
well,
alive, you're in trouble.
great,
so.
great work tonight. I'm sorry that this is just more of a slog kind of fight than a fun one, but
Oh no, this is great.
it is. I'm sure it is fun to like get to
It's
roll.
presenting
Yeah.
new and increasing challenges.
Yeah, it's. I mean, there's kind of a. It seems like the Dreadlands are sort of rising to. It's like, oh, you're sending us 20th levels. Activate the fun stuff, kind of a vibe. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. This is cool. We are going to be off of this game next week. We're actually going to be off a couple games next week because of stuff. But you can join us in 2 weeks for the conclusion or part 3 of 9. I don't know.
I will say, we got farther than I expected us to. I thought we would. Actually, that's not true. I thought by the end of the session we would get to the sledge.
So you got exactly where you thought.
Actually, I thought I'm pleased that we are not all dead yet.
Yeah, I just thought it would be because we
Yeah.
were talking, though, not because we were actually fighting the dragon.
I'm not. I think that this is. I think these giant
That's fair.
dragons are doing a good job of whittling down resources and
Yeah, that's really annoying.
keeping
Yeah.
you. Yeah, just so that when you have the big fight at the end, it's going to be like less awesome for you. But well, great work. We will be back in 2 weeks for more of this. We have other games on this channel. Tomorrow night we have Third Time's the Charm, so there's going to be sitcom shenanigans. On Tuesday we will have another episode of Strange Lore, our crazy new sci-fi game. That's a daytime game, so check that out. We'll post about that. On Wednesday, oh my gosh, there's so many games in a row this week. On Wednesday, Formation Nation. That is the name of the station. My occupation. I don't have any more. I mean, I could. Relation, vacation, staycation,
Irradiation.
Claymation.
emancipation, bullionation. Huh? Get it? Bullionation. Okay. Mirapuation. And then on Friday we were back with Blood from a Stone, which has shifted format again, and we're sort of doing for the time being, Blood from a Stone has a kind of like the players just have to be ready to be so many different characters. We're just like cutting all over the place. There are like 3 different people. It's been awesome. So join us for that. And yeah, we'll be back in 2 weeks with this fun. Go to our Discord to interact. Go to our YouTube to see old episodes. Go to our wiki to find out all the crazy sort of like wiki style entries of this stuff. And also follow all of these wonderful players doing the other stuff they do, like such as, and for instance,
You should watch Pierce play God of War. Because it is absolutely riveting and it's really, really great. He streams at roughly at 1 p.m. On Twitch here at Pierce Likes Things.
I have to say that
before
Andrew,
that you should.
That Pierce, that's so interesting that Andrew did such a supportive and kind plug for someone else's channel and didn't just tear it down. I thought that was really interesting.
That was just that one time. That was a temporary lapse of judgment.
Yeah.
Before you watch me, because I'll be hanging out in Andrew's channel watching him stream on Andrew is Trying from noon during his lunch break, noon to 1. Are you still Taiji? Or are we still?
It should be Taiji tomorrow because it's actually tomorrow's the only day I'm streaming next week. So you should watch tomorrow.
But most importantly, come get your lunch rated. That's the most important thing about the stream.
I know, it's really good. It's
lunch
fun.
ratings. This lunch is rated NC-17.
Yeah. A lot of times they are. Speaking of food.
Yeah. Lunch. I'll help you make your lunch if you want to make it in your kitchen. There's me.
Oh boy. We really fell off now.
Yeah, we really fell off. No,
you should watch Anna because she's a phenomenal chef and she really makes cooking accessible and healthy.
I've had so much fun on every Instagram's live I've watched of Anna's.
Yeah. Also, sometimes you can watch Anna and I, whenever she gets around to it, play Diablo together.
That is my calling. I'm going to be honest with you.
If you like Iga, you'll like Babs.
Yeah. Babs is basically Iga, the Diablo Iga. That's exactly who I fashioned her after.
Yeah. And I play a lovely.
All right, no, I'm Love. Andrew.
Oh, sorry. Apologies.
That's okay. That's fine.
And then Jed also streams an amazing.
Jed streams too. Yeah, that's fine.
That is accurate. You can follow me on Dead with Jedi.
YouTube though, right? Primarily.
YouTube, yeah, generally at Deadwood Jedi. You can find me.
Very good. Well, that's a lot of fun stuff. Vanda, you want to say anything about anything? We're trying not to plug struck companies now, so I guess don't talk about movies or TV.
Why not?
Because of the strike. We're trying not to support the studios. Foreign's fine. Go ahead.
Something that's already on.
No,
we're not supposed. You know what? You're not in SAG. Do whatever you want.
That's true.
What about vintage?
Live your life. You can plug stuff because you're not.
According to Neil Gaiman.
Okay.
You should be watching stuff that's already been done because you're showing that those things with actors and with the writers are worth watching.
I like that. That's good.
Because that's the whole. There is a value there, so the studios see that. You need the real people writing and acting.
Yeah, they have said that unless you're asked to boycott, you shouldn't boycott stuff because I know a bunch of people started when the SAG went on strike. A bunch of people canceled a bunch of their streaming services, but that actually just helps the studios make the case that the streaming services are volatile, and that's how they can't predict, and that's how we don't know how much money we'll make because it's a volatile thing, right?
They don't.
Here, I can Manzuka something that is not struck.
Well, I try to let Vanda get a plug in.
Sorry.
Okay, I would just like to plug the Star Trek Strange New Worlds and Lower Decks crossover episode, which is really, really fun. And Strange New Worlds really grew on me. And season 2 is not as fighty as season 1 was.
I won't say anything in actual agreement, but I'll say that Vanda sometimes makes really good points and says things that I really agree with. I'm not talking about this specific thing, but sometimes Vanda will say things that I would very much second them if it were a situation where I were doing that. Pierce, go ahead and Manzuka's a non-struck thing.
If you guys want some just delightful insight into writing / just weird random stuff, sign up for Chuck Palahniuk's newsletter. It's been a delightful thing that hits my he's going through someone's essay, going paragraph by paragraph, giving very interesting notes on prose. But also I got one that said, try this, throw a surprise intervention and take a frenemy out, get them drunk and have their friend, and then bring them drunk to their friends that you told they need an organized intervention, and no one believe they don't have a problem, and then you get them committed. It'll be hilarious. So then you get weird stuff like that.
That's Funny joke, I guess.
Is he still really into Landmark? I probably shouldn't talk about that in the internet forum lest I get targeted.
Yeah.
Do you mean the Terran forum?
Well, guys, thanks for watching this. We'll see you in 2 weeks for more fun with dragons as we face increasing difficulties. Until then, kill the dragons. Kill the dragons.
Kill the dragons.
Bye bye.